Today I'm talking about self-care. Now I'm not talking about the more glamorized, trending aspects of self-care that you'll see on your social media feed. You know, the spa days, the personal trainer, very much aesthetic based and all very much results driven. I'm talking about the stuff that you do on a day-to-day basis that's so subtle that doesn't necessarily have visible results but can make you feel so much better on the inside. And first up is creating a sense of purpose in your life. Now, some people feel that this has to be tied into your job, and that's not necessarily so. I mean, you have to find the balance. I mean, sometimes you can make money out of what gives you purpose. However, on a practical level, that's not always true, you know. So you may still have to do your job, but it's finding the things outside of your job or in your life that fill you up with immense joy, that make you feel like you're really experiencing something. It's kind of people refer to flow, when you're so immersed in something that you don't even notice time going by, you know. So find those things that fill you up with joy and do them as often as possible. And if needs be, if your job is what facilitates that, then try to see it like that. Now, an important part of creating purpose is taking yourself outside of yourself. So, creating self awareness, but then also becoming aware of other people, you know, helping others, serving others in any ways possible. And believe it or not, this fills you up so much. It gives you such a sense of community, it gives you such a sense of fulfillment. You would not believe. I mean, there's nothing nicer than to be able to do something nice for somebody just for the sake of it. Next up is creating a sense of connection and community. And in this day and age, like, there's so much technology available to us, and it's to the detriment of our communication. We seem less and less capable of having intimate conversations with people, you know, allowing ourselves to be vulnerable because we're always distracted by our phone. There's always something there to you know, engage our dopamine receptors. And as a result, we're more drawn to our phone than we are to the people in our company, you know, and that's really, really dangerous because, I mean, we need those engaging conversations. We need to create meaning. That's what we're about as humans. And when you start missing out on that with your partner, with your kids, with your friends, it's pretty much all downhill from there. Likewise, find a community of people who get you. I mean, there is nothing more fulfilling, there is nothing better for you than feeling valued, than feeling, you know, that you have something to contribute, and that people are interested in what you say, that they want to listen to you, that they appreciate you for who you are, you know. And obviously, a lot of this stuff has to come from within. So, first of all, you practice the self awareness and the self acceptance, and then you find your people and you share with them and create that sense of community, and it makes such a difference to your overall mental health. Next up is creating boundaries. Now, I always try to be careful when I talk about boundaries. I feel like they can become misconstrued as a concept quite easily. So, I suppose the way I would envisage putting down boundaries is that it's meant to improve your connection and your relationship with others. It's not meant to create obstacles. It's not meant to become a wall, you know, and nor is it meant to be an ultimatum with people. They shouldn't be used to punish people either. They should be about creating an open space for open communication between two people. And bear in mind, it's as important to respect other people's boundaries as it is to expect them to meet yours. Look after your brain and look after your gut. Okay, there's things you can do for gut health, such as eating probiotics, lots of high fiber food, stay hydrated. Things you can do for your brain is use a supplement such as magnesium, really beneficial. Also, you can take in fish oils wherever possible. Make sure you get plenty of fatty acids. Your brain is actually made up of fat, so you know it benefits from all of those. So you'll find them in oily fish, you'll find them in avocado, nuts, and seeds. Get sufficient sleep. I cannot go on about this often enough. I mean, the difference I find when I get a proper 7 to 8 hours sleep is incredible. I'm just like a different animal altogether, you know. And it's not always easy. You know, you will have things that work against you, such as family life. I struggle dreadfully with insomnia, but there are ways around that. And again, if that's something you'd like to talk to me about, feel free to send a direct message. I'll be doing another talk on sleep in the coming few weeks. Get in touch with your emotions and your thoughts. Get on top of them. I mean, literally, if you don't deal efficiently with your thoughts and your emotions, they have the ability to torture you. They have the ability to consume you alive. So you need to learn how to deal with them. You need to learn how to not let them take over, you know, and you need to develop that sense of autonomy so that you're aware of the impact that your thoughts or feelings are having on you, and that you're able to regulate that. Step out of your comfort zone, and it can be something as straightforward as, you know, having a conversation with somebody that you've been putting on the long finger. Anything at all that kind of brings you out of that area of, oh, I'm fine here. Because ultimately the comfort zone, it's a great place to be, but it's comfortable, hence the name, but it doesn't actually get you anywhere, you know. And you have one life, you've literally one life in order to make the most of the body, the mind that you were given. So make sure you do that. Create a mindset of lifelong learning. And I'm not talking about read through articles on your phone. Read books, educate yourself, try to learn something new every day. I mean, this is so important when it comes to your brain health as well, you know, just to keep the mind active, keep it going, keep it ticking over. So make it your business. I've actually started doing Spanish. Now I'm kind of hit and miss. I have a lot going on at the minute, but I just want to learn a new language, you know, and it's kind of putting that in place for yourself, reading on a regular basis, and you'll notice the difference in your cognitive function, because we've become so reliant on technology to do our thinking for us. It's important to bring it back. Smile at people, hug the people who are close to you, you know, let them know that you love them. Give people compliments, strangers. It's actually a lovely thing to do, to know that you've lifted somebody else's day, because most of us were walking around with like 101 insecurities. So it's really nice for someone to give us a little bit of a pick me up, you know. Try to be kind to yourself as much so as possible, and try to be kind to others. I mean, go out your way every so often to do, or each day if you can, you know, to do something for somebody that they will never pay you back for, that you won't be posting about on your social media, but just that you do because it gives you a sense of glow. It makes you feel like you've done something really, really kind and good, and it's a lovely feeling. It's one of the best feelings that you can create internally. Develop a spiritual practice. Now, I'm not talking about religion, I'm talking about finding belief in something greater than you, you know, and it's a great tool to have for when you're particularly stressed or when you're suffering, to be able to hand over your problems to somebody else. Meditate where possible, you know. I try to do 10 minutes at the start of every day, so at least if I don't to it again later on in the day, I've done something, you know. Silently reflect, so learn to journal. Get in touch with your thoughts, get in touch with your heart, get in touch with your what is really going on for you, you know, and reflect on how your life has been and where it's going, you know, and sit with where you are. Be kind wherever possible, particularly to yourself. I mean, kindness starts with the self and then it extrapolates to others. So there are just a few ideas on how you can make your life tremendously better. Now, again, all of these things take time to manifest. You know, it's not about the instant gratification. Sometimes it takes a while for these things to make you feel good. But I promise you, they will make you feel so much better in the long run. Your mental, emotional health will improve 100-fold. As always, if there's anything that you have any queries on, get in touch on the website. It's fundamentals.ie, or indeed on Instagram or Facebook.